What's up, assholes? Welcome back to the Kingdom of Rohan. It is episode number 27. We're going to very quickly get reacquainted. I'm sorry, you're not assholes. You guys are really nice. Except for those of you who are in fact assholes. You know who you are. Okay, we're going to quickly get reacquainted with Kamik and his troops, and then I think we'll attack him with Éomer. I just fucking love that semi-Middle Eastern-esque accent from Medieval 2. I respect you in battle.
There will be much honor in defeating you.
I don't know why. I just get a huge kick. There will be much honor in defeating you. Oh god. Okay. Prince Éomer, the noble, is going to initiate the combat here. Kamik has no choice but to engage us in a intense combat. I'm fairly certain that we'll be able to win this battle with very few casualties. We'll just wait for Captain Harding to appear. I was hoping to look at his army. I think we're going to get a bunch of archer units first, and then infantry, which isn't so bad. I could use the archers to deal with the cavalry, and then of course the infantry as an anvil to Éomer's hammer. No problem, but I guess we'll just have to wing it and see what good old Captain Harding brings to the battlefield. What a badass name, Harding. Gregory Harding. No, Gregory's not a good name. What's a good name to match Harding? Harold Harding? That's like a comic book character type of name. I don't know. We'll think about it as we deploy the troops on the battlefield. How about you guys think of something? I'll think of something, and we'll meet up in the middle, and maybe we'll come up with something truly magical. There is much honor in defeating you. Okay, I thought of a name. Are you ready for this? Niccolo Harding. No, not Nicholas. Niccolo. Like the Italian name. Oh god, I was thinking like Machiavelli Harding, and that's not a good name. Niccolo Harding isn't necessarily a good name either. You need like a really good Anglo-Saxon name, I think. Or a German name at the front of Harding. I think Niccolo, though, that's what I'm gonna go with today. I'm sure you guys have something better. But that's all I got for now. Okay. Looking at Kamik. How about Kamik Harding? Huh? That's not so bad. Okay, these are the Marauders, I think. It's just a bunch of Skyrim guys on horseback, or like Conan the Barbarians type situation. I recently watched Conan the Barbarian. Oh my god. I think we paused the game in the exact moment a bolt of lightning has struck. It's so surreal. It's almost like it's winter. Anyway, yeah, I recently watched Conan the Barbarian for the first time, and that is just like such an old style of fantasy. You know, the idea of an actual... Like, I think of any fantasy video game you can play these days. Barbarian isn't a class. Pilgrim isn't a class. You know, like, if you think to, like, really old-school D&D or D&D derivative video games, there's, like when you're playing Morrowind or even Oblivion was like this. Things like Pilgrim and shit like that, that was a class. Now it's... You have three. You have warrior, archer, mage. One's intelligent, one's dexterous, and one's strong. That's it. I don't know, this is not a really well-founded or exactly well-thought-out concept that I'm currently espousing, but I just feel like there's a really old style of fantasy which had much more... It was almost homoerotic in a way. Like, you watch Conan the Barbarian and he's oiled up and muscular and shit, and you're almost like, is this alright for, like, kids to watch? Is this about to turn into a porn spoof? I don't know, maybe you guys get what I'm talking about, maybe some of you don't. You hardly see fantasy games like that now. It's all wizards, archers, and, warriors. You don't get, like, bards. Bard is a classic fantasy RPG thing. You do not see that anymore. That's a really good example of what I'm talking about. You don't see Bard anymore. Like, what the fuck? Even thinking about it, like, what the fuck does what is a Bard supposed to do?
Get your bows out.
He's supposed to get your bow out! There will be much honor in pissing on your corpse. Okay, we're going to use these... what a ramble. We're going to use these horse archers to decimate these marauders, hopefully. And I'm hoping that we're able to outrun them. At the very least... Oh shit, listen to that. Bah! 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 Okay, these light cavalry are no fucking match for our horse archers. Holy shit. We're tearing them up. Tearing them the fuck up. And it seems we've taken some friendly fire, is that correct? We lost one dude. Oh god, yeah, these marauders, they did not stand a chance. Holy shit. Fucking bards. Pilgrims. I'm trying to think. Like spell sword, that's a really, that's more like a, I think, an Elder Scrolls thing. Spell sword is in Oblivion. It's in Morrowind, but not so much any other fantasy RPG I can think of. To come to think of it, fantasy RPG is really rare to begin with. There's, I mean, Elder Scrolls, like open world fantasy RPG, is really rare. I think like Elder Scrolls, Dragon Age, perhaps those are the most popular. I'm sure there's all sorts of JRPGs I'm not familiar with. And then you've kind of got like middling tier in terms of success. You've got like your well, I suppose like Baldur's Gate was really successful back in the day, but in today's day and age, you don't see Baldur's Gate anymore. Or, well, actually no, there is a resurgence of isometric Baldur's Gate-like games. Okay, we're just taking out some archers here. That's not so great. Let's come around the back and go after these other marauders. Yeah. I guess I should specify. The difference there is that things like the Elder Scrolls and... Actually, you know what? I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying at this point. I was going to say Elder Scrolls is an action RPG, but an action RPG is like Diablo. What the fuck are you guys doing? Please move. Stop firing. Things like Baldur's Gate, that's an isometric... No, I guess that... Oh my god, we're being charged. What is this? Variag nobles, ranged orc looters. Okay, let's do this. Let's see if we can skirmish a bit these nobles. I'm fairly confident that we can skirmish the nobles, and if that's not successful in destroying them, we can definitely swarm him with Eomer pretty easily. Because we have so many more men than he does. Oh, that's right. Of course, they're archers. They're horse archers. Heavily armored horse archers who are styled like samurai. Very bizarre. They've got plate armor on their horses, styled like samurai. And... I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I need my troops to move. They're not... Okay, they're gonna flee. That's not so great. They've killed many of my men. I just want to get some javelins off, but it's not possible. Okay, we're going to stop skirmishing because we're getting wrecked. Getting fucking shreked here. I'm trying to fire at these marauders, but for some reason... my horse archers are not doing it. They're firing at these... What in the actual fuck? Fire at... Thank you. Now my skirmishers are having issues. Let's grab the archers. Man, these farmhand archers are forever hidden. We're going to fire at those noble cavalry, hopefully fend them off. Redraw the infantry line. We've got some fort axemen and spearmen on the flank that are going to be in formation and tired. They're gonna be tuckered out after this battle. They're just gonna have to lay down and rest. Maybe have the bard play them a lullaby. Oh my god. These marauders just... There's no hope for them. Holy shit. Now we're taking some hits from these raiders, so we're gonna flee. And we'll get these skirmishers ready. Oh my god. Are they really not in range? Okay, well I guess he'll fire and we'll move the infantry forward. We'll move Aylmer forward. Yeah, like holy shit, we lost a lot of skirmishers. And we're slowly beginning to lose a lot of horse archers as well. I mean, that's okay. They kind of did their duty, right? Yeah, we just destroyed that marauder unit. Holy shit. Okay, let's see. We're firing at these Variog nobles. Unfortunately, they are incredibly heavily armored. And I think it's going to take a while for them to begin taking casualties. Let's chase them off with the infantry. We'll chase them into the light infantry they have. I'm pretty sure that we can charge headlong into these units with very little issue. For example, we can grab Aylmer. We can charge these goblin infantry. We can grab this unit, charge into those orc looters. Now, I would prefer not to do this, in fact, but we're going to engage with the infantry, and I just feel like my infantry is too weak. We're going to need a bit of help before we engage properly. And then I've got my archers in place. Again, I'm playing fast and loose with my troops here. I'm fairly certain that we can do this with very little issue. This is light infantry. They tend to just disappear when getting charged with cavalry, even though, well, it is light cavalry, so maybe that's not so great, but at the very least, we've got our troops beginning to charge in. Let's get these three and attack. Okay, so we've got a bunch of archers on the flank here. That's okay. We've lost 100 fort archers, correct? Or like 50, something like that? I feel like we've lost some. Oh my god. These guys are wearing fucking chainmail. Well, so are my Yorling archers, but these guys look much more armored than my... It's the cloak, that's what it is. And then you've got the farmhand archers over here. Shoot me bow. Okay, our infantry is getting ready to attack. Let's support our cavalry. I'm fairly certain that there's not going to be much of them left in a second. We'll get the cavalry, the archers, to charge those missiles in the rear. I mean these orc looters. There's not going to be very many of them left in a second here. And the goblin infantry just are gone. I can't even find them to check. Yeah. I have no idea where those goblins went. Okay, there they are. 143 left. Is it the orc looters that are gone then? It must be. Okay, we've got one unit of cavalry here, mixed in and amongst too many orc looters. So let's try to pull them out with, hopefully without too many casualties. We'll push those archers away. Oh, this is kind of messy actually. Our infantry all went for one unit, kind of not exactly what I wanted to do, but that's okay. We've got some Candish raiders here. Let's see if we can mix with them. And by mix, I mean fucking charge them. Are we going to be able to? We were able to catch them. Okay. Let's see what's going on. We've got one unit. Oh shit, I think we actually took... we took a little bit too many casualties there. More than I anticipated, actually. We'll charge the goblins, and we'll bring these guys, these 80 troops, I think, around the flank as well. Okay, so we've got our horse archers attacking those raiders. They're going to get fucked up by these spears pretty quickly. We're actually taking a lot of casualties from those raiders, and let's see, we've actually engaged the marauders. Our archers are taking a lot of casualties. Oh my god, why? Because we're getting shot by all of the archers in the rear here, probably. They're trying to hold the line with missiles as well, which is a bit of a problem. For them, anyway. Eomer and his unit have... they're probably about to rout those goblins, rather. There's 60 of them left. Let's get these 80 dudes around the flank into those missile units. Come on, break those goblins. My horse archers apparently not doing so well against those missile units. Let's get the Riders of Rohan engaged. Huh, somehow we're not doing so great against those missiles. We're going to charge the raiders. Actually, I want to take out the horse archers with my infantry. We'll chase off these guys. Let's charge into the backs of these infantry, actually. These orc looters here. How is these goblin infantry are still alive? If I can start to roll up the flank, that would be great. I've got Fort Axemen. They're going to start chasing off units. All of my archers, this group, rather, is going to fire at nothing, apparently, because... Okay, what's going on here? We've got Eomer still attacking 20 goblin infantry. That is enough. Still attacking 7 raiders. We've got 67... Oh my god, my Yorling swordsmen are not doing so hot. This is actually a little bit tougher than it ought to be because I've balled up all of my infantry in the center. Looks like Kamik actually is not going to engage. I thought for sure he was. Let's break those goblin infantry and get Eomer through here, I think. To engage Kamik. Can we do it?
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
Okay, let's get, what in the fuck? We're gonna attack all of these archers here, actually. We're going to ignore Kamik and those raiders for the time being. Actually, we have one unit, a bunch of units, actually, open. Oh god, I forgot about my skirmishers, actually. Let's get them involved here. No, what? Oh, yes, that is indeed what I meant to do. Okay, we've actually been attacked by Kamik. Our archers are going to focus on those steppe archers. Oh god. Oh, are we actually routing a bunch? We have routed a bunch of those units. We need to pin down Kamik for the time being and charge him in the rear with Eomer. Come on, Eomer. I know we're routing all sorts of units here, and you desperately want to run them down, but now's not exactly the time. Let's get the skirmishers, actually, to throw some javelins in there. We'll waste some time killing these dudes. Oh my god, my horse archers are just getting fucked up. Here's my problem. I always think my horse archers are better in melee than they actually are, and it's not the case. But now we're throwing javelins into the rears of Kamik. He's taking casualties. My Riders of Rohan are going to try to hold it together. Eomer is going to get involved pretty soon. Oh shit, they got a little too close. Eomer, my main man. I think we've broken the vast majority of their infantry. Let's charge in to finish Kamik off. Eomer is too far, unfortunately. He's just going to keep running down the enemy troops. I want to kill as many of Kamik's men as possible. Kamik himself as well. Let's see. Let's grab all of our infantry. Let's redraw the line just to get reoriented, rather. We're going to want these archers to move up and something like this to tear down those archers that are still standing. Eomer himself, not doing much, to be honest. Let's run down these orc looters. I just retrained a lot of these units, too. My god. I think I've just got to accept that I am just very reckless with my cavalry in every Total War game. This is something I'm noticing. The more Total War that I play, different mods, different games, the more I realize I'm just absolutely reckless with my cavalry. Fuck. That's okay. You're supposed to play really aggressively with your cavalry as Rohan, right? Yeah, that's totally the situation. Okay. We've killed Kamik, and I think his army is about to break. There we go. Let's just run down as many of these dudes as possible, and I will see you guys on the strategy map. Alright, we have wiped Kamik off the face of the planet. We're going to merge all of these troops, as many as we can do, and we'll leave them in Isengard for now. We'll need them to garrison, and we can eventually retrain them when the time is when it's necessary. Let's say that.
Yes, my lord.
Eomer has 1, 2, 3 riders of Rohan, 2 skirmishers, 3 horse archers. That's just
Your
fine.
orders, my lord.
Essentially, they all need retraining. I would maybe fight another battle with these guys if necessary, but it is not necessary. So I'm going to send as many as them off for training as possible. We should be doing all right when it comes to expenses.
Your orders.
I don't want to fight the Battle of Durwath right now. Instead, what I'll do, let's just end the turn and see what happens. And shit, I don't know. Let's just check on our spies, I guess, very quickly. They're doing all right. Well, we already looked at them last episode, rather. Okay, yeah, let's end the turn, see what happens, and we'll decide. I'm not entirely sure I actually want to fight this battle. I might just auto-resolve, or in fact, I may wait for them to surrender. Alright, let's find Dol Guldur. I think this may trigger one of those videos.
Approaching quietly.
No, apparently not. Radagast the Brown
I can greet you, but not serve
is in fucking Dol Guldur.
you.
Oddly
Seek
fitting,
an audience with
but
me.
also really fucking weird. I guess he's from the Anduin Vale. Like that would be his faction? Yeah, probably. Okay, so we are going to keep an eye on Dol Guldur, or at the very least, Oswy is. I doubt he's going to be able to infiltrate it, but he can at the very least stand outside and watch it. Take notes. Perhaps make some charcoal drawings that will be discovered hundreds of years from now. Betrothed, Swidhelm, and Adela. Sure. I don't think either of these assholes are part of the family tree. No, of course not. Who gives a fuck? Northern Dunedain has declared war on the Dunlendings. Very interesting. I hope to scoop up as much of that territory as possible before they become an issue. Now, I fought that battle with Kamik because I was concerned about Merdad. But of course, Merdad is not going to be able to reach Isengard because I have these troops on the bridge. I completely forgot about that. Let's open the gate for him so that he's not passing Bregnus, and let's have him just sort of... I'm fairly certain he's going to bumble around Isengard much in the same way that Kamik did. That is my feeling anyway. Let's retrain these 3 units anyway, and we'll stick the rest in a fort. Boom. And now we're not paying for them. We're making 1,000 gold again.
There will be much honor in defeating you.
Okay, that's not so bad. We can definitely deal with those guys. It's many, many turns until we're able to retrain all these troops. 5 turns until we can retrain them proper. We can give them better armor right now, but we can't replenish their numbers. Okay, Falgar is going to head towards... It's called Karis. That's the town. Chieftain Herrick. It looks like a Ben Kingsley's long-lost brother, perhaps. He's currently garrisoning Karis. We've got Captain Glirhuin. Here he is. He was originally up by Alkford, but now he's down south. Doob is back. I'm not sure where that other army was. It was just fucking chock full of outlaws. I have no idea where that army went. So we'll retrain. Did we build a stable? We did in fact build a stable in Foldberg, but we can't afford to retrain anything else. We have no gold.
My lord.
We do have Swidhelm though. Okay, so he's not on the family tree, but having him marry apparently has caused him to appear in the capital. Okay, well, he is apparently quite the good commander. He's got 5 stars of command. He's a born conqueror, smart, he's a Northman, of course, and honest. Oh, the best trait of all. Brave and honest. We should have him... I think we'll need him in the west, actually. We need many military commanders in the west. He's not quite the commander that Aldwulf is, but I'm sure he would do well to serve as his lieutenant. So, we'll send him to the west eventually.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, we'll just wait until Durwath surrenders. Bragnus, we have one more turn until the riders are ready to rock. And then I think... let's see. Gamling would not be able to handle this army, I don't think. He has 0 cavalry, but Aldwulf definitely would be able to.
Orders.
Not quite in range, though. So the question here is, do we go south or do we go north? I think we ought to found a border with Gondor along these mountains here, whatever mountains they may be. And then we can push north against Anadwythe and the Dunlendings in a united front. My concern here is if I capture Dunyrd, I'm going to be forever defending this small little outcropping in the kingdom. I would much rather capture Durwath, Gind would be next, and then perhaps Aldwulf can go for Karis. And Eomer can patrol the entire front line, or perhaps patrol the entire front line in enemy territory, and we can then have a garrison in Bragnus led by Swidhelm. That seems like a plan. So we can push all the way to the coast. I'm not sure how many more cities there are. Maybe at least one more. There's got to be this one, and then there's got to be another here, right? It's really hard for me to say. I need intel, big time. Let's send Fulgar down so we can get a better idea of what's going on. Where are all of my spies anyway? I just want to make sure very quickly that they are all out and about. I want to make sure they're all out and about. We've got a spy in Ithilien, keeping an eye on Minas Morgul. Okay, that's fine. Oh shit, Gondor has immediately sent reinforcements to the fort of Ostithil. And apparently the Variog of Khond has been just wiped away from this part of the world. It was an issue, now it is no longer. We've got a spy outside of Daggerland. Faramir the fucking Brave is apparently going to besiege the Black Gate, but oh no, Captain Gazmaz is going to surround him and kill him, probably. We've got Oswy keeping an eye on Dol Guldur, and then we have our 2 spies in the west. I could have sworn we had more available, but I suppose we actually have to build that fucking... Is it the smoking house? Yeah. We have to have the gold to build the smoking house. Of course, we don't. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my diatribes when it comes to the sort of difference between old fantasy, I'm talking like 70s, 80s fantasy versus modern contemporary fantasy. I hope you enjoyed that. I was thinking about it in the breaks. Even in Lord of the Rings, there's a character called the Bard, right? In The Hobbit. You will not see a Bard character in modern fantasy. I'm just saying, just laying it out there. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, leave a comment, as always. And, you know me, my name is Incoherence. This has been another episode of the Rohan campaign, using Divide and Conquer, version 1.0. I will see you guys on Friday with episode 28.